is when they bend you over and scream. Bruh. That's... That... That's how I felt when I played the Bucks.
You're
in the
2 blocks
playoffs.
behind first and second.
Like I played on All Pro, they just made them like defense couldn't
There's
stop
barely
Brady.
a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here.
Well, I played
If
the
I can
Bucks
live
in
with
the
it, you
NFC
can
title
too.
game. Could be. Yeah, which is good.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
I'm still chucking.
You should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Here's what I heard. Cop called the guy who did the dahlia. They covered it up.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the second year. I'm in the second year now.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot.
You gonna do practice? Huh. Mad and light, forgive us, Master.
Are we having a conversation?
Okay, fuck it. Forget it.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
Well, the new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground. You like to leave your mark,
Yeah,
don't
like,
you?
oops.
Well, the new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to
Pride.
move in this weekend.
No pride.
Developer's gonna have some very angry customers. Be shame about Chet. The arson
Right,
just
you're not
trying
gonna
to nail
ruin
that
this.
son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Well, I kicked the moose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Yeah, I'll probably play more this weekend. So in your second year, are you still just playing key moments? Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yes. 2K need to do that. 2K need to give you the option where like, alright, do you want to play like the full season with your mod player? Or you want like the cinematic version? I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I love the whole, playing the whole season, but I'm like, damn, man, just like, I'm not gonna play all 82 games. Yeah. I'll play like 10 to 15 games. Yeah. I'll play every playoff game, though.
See this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Yeah.
Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert. Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around?
You in
like
your
the
second
rest of
year or
the
third
group?
year?
I think they've been moved.
Second.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation
You're like,
due
huh?
to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's a
Why
stretch.
would you run into a burning building?
No.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
What are you doing? I think I've seen it all.
Prayer effect is from the fire.
Yeah.
Muscles and tendons contract.
Mediocre.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt. For the fires? For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family,
Yes.
and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think
Yeah,
we can ever prove
and it's easy to
There's
play
very
through your
little
whole
evidence.
career.
Evidence!
It's easy to play through your whole career that
Check
way.
out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
All pro. To Brady.
So something finally got to you.
Nah.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it.
No, I lost
you
an
keep
all
riding,
pro
man. You won't
to
be pretty
Brady
much
in the
longer.
playoffs. I'm like, well, that hurt.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines.
So,
at
like,
Bella
anybody
Wood.
want to talk shit? Hop on stage.
Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
13.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Yeah. Just fancy as shit.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
How many achievements
Did the
you
Morellis
got?
want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli,
They
his
easy
whole
as hell,
family is
too.
dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Yeah. Hauling ass.
Looks like the same model.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the Dolphins to get Tua and put on rookie and ball out every game. I'm gonna only play offense, I only play Tua. That's it. Like, I'm the new Brady.
How did you get my number, Ira? At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'm glad they don't have
I'd
any
like you to come
ultimate
back
team
to the
achievements.
clinic. I'm
Like,
helping
they got
other
like
people
2,
now.
but like they're not a lot.
You are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks. I'm not confused anymore, Doctor.
I'm glad they don't have many ultimate
I'm
team
helping people
achievements.
be
I don't play
together.
that at all.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier.
I'm cool with that.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean. Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new. I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere. Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Well. Show me what you got.
At least find you handy.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment,
What's his name?
detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
If you have a message, contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli farm.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Yep. So she wrote to.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go. We are not going to.
Yes, we are.
I mean, obviously they can't
You
have
just won't let
fans
this
in the
go, will
stadium,
you,
right?
Cole?
You know they're involved somehow. You
I
expect
said
me to
they've
turn my
already
back
announced
on it?
they're not gonna have fans in the stadium, right?
You're a big boy. I expect you to know which battles are worth throwing my pension away for.
No. We all simulate it. I know Jerry said he was gonna have fans. I'm like, how?
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD,
I mean-
to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have
I
an
mean, you could
appointment?
sell like
Police.
50% of the
You don't
tickets to
need an
space people out. That's
Can
all
I
you
tell
can
him
do.
what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Oh shit.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
It's the wrong place. Let me go here first.
Let's turn, shall we, during this brief intermission
Come on,
to an
Biggs. Get
interesting
your
situation.
fat ass in here.
You wake up in the morning feeling weak. It could be a deficiency
No!
of iron you need for healthy blood and bones. That's why it's time to rise and shine.
What?
Yes, Rise and Shine yeast keeps your body physically fit. Your body requires iron daily. And what better way to give you the iron you need than Rise and Shine yeast in your breads and cakes? Rise and Shine yeast is a natural source of vitamins. Physician studies show 3 out of 4 women lack sufficient iron.
Any available unit, meet the office. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Unit to handle code 2, identify.
And by taking Rise and Shine yeast tablet supplements, it helps regain strength and needed pounds to feel and do your best. Go to your grocer or druggist and say,
Rise and shine, please.
we now return you to regular programming.
Put the pressure on.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Sure, yeah. Sons of bitches.
You know,
So
times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion
I
at the
guess
end
you
of a
didn't come
nightstick
back
than
your
a
senior
100
year. You
cathedrals.
went ahead went pro. That's what I did. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be. I ain't sure.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Okay already.
Stand down. That's an order.
To pacify these poor saps.
Oh, you're going.
Yeah.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Yep. They're like,
Okay.
run play. Run.
See if there's anything
Audible.
left to take a look at.
Is that cool here?
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on its sheet. If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Ain't shit.
Broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, this is KTI Radio.
Oh, trash. Worst Madden player ever. I retired a long time ago. Many moons ago, I hung up my controller on that.
Son of a bitch!
Any Central unit, 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
I mean, I might play like online against other people just to improve my skills. We'll see.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
All I can tell you about Mr. Monroe is that he's a good employer and a fine American.
May I help?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
Yep,
I find that
we're gonna give you the
You
boost.
have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Mr. Monroe.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
Terrible, boys. How can I help?
Day and night.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybill.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground.
Doubt you there,
on an
Mr.
Elysian Fields
Monroe.
flyer.
You're not telling
Our
the
information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Hell no.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Hell no. Trust.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been reported.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Come on, Mr. Monroe.
True to life.
You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build.
It's just a
around
new
them if we
Madden.
had to.
Every year we gotta get used to it for some
Most
reason.
people see sense.
Every year it's different dick. Different dick every year.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
I haven't run into that.
code
I
regulations.
know
Absolutely.
it likes to hit their helmet and bounce
Only
up
the
in the
best
air.
for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, You have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think. The contractors I use for waybills. I suppose it could be any of them. I have a list of their names if it would be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
It feels like it.
Find the phone.
But like each
We
case
need to know
is,
where we're at with Chapman.
Nah. It's just like you gotta find the clues, you gotta like interrogate people, you gotta like see if they're telling the truth or they're lying, or if they're lying, you gotta prove why they're lying with the evidence. It's just a lot of detail. It's like each case is an hour long, so there's 27 cases, so that's 27 hours. A lot of driving. But it's a great game, though. My second time playing it.
Your boss is a fine man.
And there are some missions I'm about to play over, like the first 7, so I can record it for the channel.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks for your help.
Come on, where's your trust? I mean, you're already in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs already.
Give me your heart, and baby, I'll bill it, 'cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
for the
No.
sake of a
Not even for old time's sake?
Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. Get around her. She's in fine voice this evening.
I love it.
I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that
I
company.
have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
1814L.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
K.o.D. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
Got it,
11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
What? My pro career?
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso
it started
out that
rookie.
way?
You know Jack Kelso?
On that first game, and then after that, let me change it. And then I went to All Pro, and I won the first game All Pro, won the second game. I was like, all right, I'm just leaving All Pro. And then when I got to the playoffs against Brady, like they made him like God. So I'm going back to
Jack
pro.
spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stoned.
It wasn't fair that Brady did everything, bro. Like I couldn't get to the quarterback.
You gotta respect that.
Like, nothing.
Lemon Wash All-Purpose Cleaner.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too.
Two losses to you?
Car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Take a look at the car.
Go undefeated. I have no idea. Yeah. They like 5C.
Let's see what he's hauling around. Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
You beating everybody's ass.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Jacksonville.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Jacksonville. Nope. Now they're all stacked out.
There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley.
Yeah.
We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Sure.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously.
Yeah, you need Detroit.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps.
Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Give me... End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
You did.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. Couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Yeah. Wow.
What is it?
A letter from Luke. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
Wow. The fakest shit I've ever seen. Fakest shit I've heard all day.
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He
Yeah.
hates my guts.
Going into the third year
Elsa,
now.
you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late.
Facts.
Years too late.
Steelers, Brown, and Bengals.